Hello, sellers. To improve our fulfillment services and keep up with industry standards, we'll be introducing a seller fulfillment and return fee.
We will start charging these fees on the 24th of February 2025. The fee will be charged for each order unit we fulfill and for each unit that gets returned. For example, if you sell 3 cell phones, there will be transport fees for each cell phone. For your convenience, returned items will be sent directly back to your location instead of having to be picked up from a central point. So what does this mean for you? Here is a rate card which explains how the fees will be calculated. The fee is based on both the cubic dimensions and weight of your products, meaning they will be calculated based on the length, width, height, and the weight of the product. To help you understand the fees per unit, we have provided a fees calculator to help you estimate the fulfillment fees based on your product size and weight. Let's walk you through how to use it.
Let us go through how to use the seller fees calculator. A reminder that this calculator can be used for both order fulfillment. You can also use it for return fees if you happen to have any returns in the future. If you notice here, we've already got 2 examples where it is indicated what information you need to capture at the top. So you need to capture the product, the selling price, whether you as a seller are registered, the product itself, whether it is a VATable product or not, and the category of the product. And then in this section here, these are the shipping dimensions which you then need to specify, with is the length, with height and weight. Once you've captured all of these details, the calculator is going to automatically populate the calculation, which is the commission fees that you will be charged, the shipping fees that you'll be charged, and the VAT that you'll be charged. And then this here would be the total. Also, just to mention that the net payout that you'll be charged is the amount that will be coming to you. So after every successful delivery, you will receive an invoice and a remittance, which is a breakdown of how much is going to be charged and how much you are going to be paid out. Let us do an example to show you how you can use this calculator to calculate your own orders. We're going to make an example of a Stanley cup. That is the name of the product, and we're going to sell this product for $1,299. In this section here, you need to specify whether you are VAT registered or not, which I will say yes because I am. Also, a reminder in the selling price is that you need to include the VAT if you are VAT registered. And then here you need to specify whether the product itself is a VATable product or it is a zero-rated product. So then here we select VATable. Okay, and then in this section you can then specify whether this is home appliances or homeware decor furniture or outdoor furniture. So you can select from there. And then in this section here, as mentioned before, you need to specify the shipping dimensions. So you start with the length, and our length is going to be 1.6, 7.5, 26.5 for the height, and the kilograms in weight is going to be 0.6 kilograms. Right, and then once you're done, if you click on tab, you'll see that your estimated fees are then calculated. So the commission fee for this product here is going to be 112.96, and my shipping fees are going to be 34 Rand. Now, when it comes to the shipping fees, you can always refer back to the rates table. So if you go back to the rates table, you'll see that my product is going to be charged 34 Rand, meaning it belongs under the small category, and my cubic centimeters are between 0 and 15,000. And this here is an example of the type of products that would be under that would be small electronics, gadgets, cosmetics, and cleaning. So you can also use this table, refer back to this table to see where your products fall under. And when you're also looking at the dimensions of your own product and how much you'll be charged versus what you are charging, you can always compare that to here, compare that to this table to see whether you're going to be making a profit or not. Okay, so right, so then the shipping fee is going to be 34 Rand, and the VAT then is 22 Rand. The total amount of the fees that are going to be on the remittance is going to be 169 Rand, and my net payout in that case is 130 Rand. As a reminder that you are going to find this amount in the invoice and the remittance, and that gets sent to you after every successful delivery. Right. What you can also do in this case is to calculate whether you will be making profit or not by using the seller profit section here in this calculator. So here you need to capture the cost, which is the amount at which you have paid for the Stanley Cup. So if I had bought the Stanley Cup at, let's say, 900 rands, so that is my cost. If I punch in the 900 rand, I'm able to see what profit I'm going to make after everything. So this is how you determine whether your product is going to gain you profit. So my profit is 18%, and I'll be then making profit. You can then play around also with your selling price to see what a good selling price would be in order to give you some nice profit.
Using the calculator is also key for planning and managing your pricing and margins. Sometimes it might not be worth selling a single product if the unit price is too low to make a profit after transport fees are added. Let us see an example of this.
To look at an example of where with the new transport fees, a product may not make economical sense at its current price. Let's look at the example of a liquid soap product that costs 30 Rand. So with this category and with these shipping dimensions that we've put for that single unit of liquid soap, the commission fee would be 2.61 Rand. And with those dimensions and weight, it would be in the light small category in that rate table, meaning it gets the cheapest fee of 34 Rand per unit delivered. So if we apply the VAT and we look at the total fees, your net payout for this product will actually be negative 12 Rand and 10 cents, meaning before you've even applied the cost of the unit, you're losing money every time you make this sale on Macro. So if we assume that this liquid soap is costing you 15 Rand, your profitability is minus 27 Rand and 10 cents for every time that you sell this product. So this is obviously an example where you cannot continue to sell this liquid soap as is, and you either need to consider not selling it, or, as I will show you now, to look at bundling it into a pack of a quantity higher than one to make it make economical sense. So let's go through an example of how we can do this. So if we were to do a liquid soap, but this time we are going to sell it as a bundle. So if we're going to sell a liquid soap bundle, and say we're going to sell it as a bundle of 6. So if we say now we're going to sell 6 units, we're going to have it as a selling price of 180. And now, in terms of the shipping dimension, so if you're putting 6 units of soap, of liquid soap, call it sunlight liquid, and we're going to stack it in a row, the length may increase by 6 times the length, but the width, if you're stacking in a row, would be the same, the height would be the same, and then the weight would just be 6 times, so it would be 3 kgs. So now what you'll notice is that the commission fee is now applied on the 180, so it's slightly higher. But, and this is the most important part, is the shipping fee has stayed exactly the same. So even if you're selling this liquid soap as a pack of 6 and you've got a bigger box and it's heavier, it still falls in that light and a small category of a product, and it's still being applied a 34 Rand shipping fee. But now this fee is being applied across the whole bundle of 6, meaning per unit your shipping fee has decreased significantly. So in this case here, your total fees, including the VAT, would be 57 Rand and 10 cents, and your net payout would now be 122 Rand and 90 cents for every time that you sell this bundle of 6. So now if we input the cost, it would be 6 times the 15, so 90 Rand. So you're still coming out in the green after you take into account the cost of product, and it's now profitable to sell this pack of 6 with the shipment fees included. What you can even do is, if you want to encourage customers to buy your bundle of 6, you can even afford to drop the cost in the scenario to say 170 to make it slightly cheaper. And now, if a customer is paying 170 Rand for this product, your payout is still 113 Rand, and you're still in the green once you've taken into account the cost of the unit as well. So that is how you should use this fees calculator to see if you are able to bundle the product. It doesn't have to be a bundle of 6. Maybe it works out as a bundle of 4. You can do the economics to understand what will work for you and your business.
In the meantime, please go through the seller fees calculator and make sure you fully understand how it works. 2. Review your product margins to ensure you stay profitable and sustainable with this new fee added. 3. Register and attend our transport fee webinars, which will be held every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Thank you for watching this video. Please look out for more videos on the Macro Marketplace Seller Portal.